want to start with a thank you. Because when you were on this show last time, I asked you, for Marcellus and our benefit, when you do Tyson Fury again, take it to Vegas.
Yes.
That's going to be the greatest spectacle since I was going to Tyson fights. It's going to be. We can't wait to be there. I'm just wondering, being in Vegas, and now that you're an even bigger star on the other side of the first Fury fight, is it added pressure? Do you feel how much bigger this fight will be than perhaps any of your previous fights?
It's no added pressure for me, you know. It's just, this is the moment in time. This is my moment. This is my time. And it's like when you're walking in your manifestation and understanding the things that you see and do as you walk into it. It's like it's no added pressure. It's like if you're supposed to be here, and I perform and I act like I'm supposed to be here each and every time.
Now we're at the biggest event in the sporting world.
Here, we got check the description box. We got a lot of topics we're going to be covering. So we are going to watch this. I'm likely going to edit it out, depending on how generous Fox want to be. If you don't know, it's Super Bowl weekend here in the States, the biggest sports weekend of the year, every year here in the States. And Deontay Wilder is making his rounds. This show here is a Fox Sports commentary show on, all sports, but in this case, football, called Speak for Yourself. I've only seen a few episodes, but I found it cringy. I'm really not into it. In fact, I'm really not into too much. I'm an ESPN guy. I'm sorry. Outside of boxing, I'm an ESPN guy. Shannon and Skip Bayless, I tune into their shit sometimes, but I can't stand Skip Bayless. So, that's where I stand on this. So here we are on a Saturday afternoon, 12 p.m. Well, 12. Why's my clock messed up? Pull it over there. There we go. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, February the 1st, 2020. I was going to say 2019. Today, we were supposed to have Jose Ramirez, 140-pound WBC and WBO champion, against Victor Postol, but because of the coronavirus originating from Wuhan, China, they're over on lockdown, so that fight got canceled, or as you can say, postponed. It's going to happen again. We just don't know where. Motherfucker, I know Skip is over on FS1. You people, listen, I'm already untethered. See, I'm sorry, Derek. You didn't deserve that, bro. Motherfucker. You think me, a grown-ass man here in the States, don't know? Obviously, I tripped over my words. We do our videos live in real time, so I'm going to fuck up sometime. Shit. I know he's over on fucking Fox Sports. Anyway, moving on. See, where did I leave off? I'm sorry, bro. You didn't deserve that. We supposed to be better than that. Where did I leave off? Oh, yeah, because of the Wuhan coronavirus. So they, don't nobody want to be going to China to go to no fights if it's a coronavirus outbreak. So anyway, that fight got canceled. So today, guess what we got? Guess what we got today? I'm going to pull it up on you. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, you got the return of Austin No Doubt Trout against some guy on the Impact Network. Watch this shit. Austin Trout, I ain't going to lie. I am hype. I'm going to be checking out this shit right here. I'm hype. You got boxing on a Christian network, a black Christian network tonight. And Austin Trout weighed in under 150 pounds. He's trying to fight at 147. So that right there is selling it alone. So I'm going to be here tonight. Not only we're going to have the Austin Trout fight on the Impact Network, we're also going to have Yordenis Ugas, who arguably beat Sean Porter and beat the shit out of Brandon Figueroa on the undercard of, what was that, Pac versus Thurman? Or was that Spence versus Porter? I forgot. In his last fight before this one, fighting on FS1 against Mike Dallas Jr. Like, where the hell did they pull him from, right? I mean, no disrespect to Mike Dallas Jr., but I ain't seen him since Matisse. And it's a crazy, crazy, sad story behind the build-up to the Matisse fight for him. But anyway, moving on. Check out the description box. We're probably going to be here for about a good 90 minutes or so. I got some good news for you about the podcast. Next week, I'm going to be in Allentown, PA for the Gary Russell fight. That's going to be 3 fights in 5 weeks for me. Or 3 fights in 4 weeks? No, 3 fights in 5 weeks. I didn't go to Danny Garcia fight. So, yeah, man, we getting out there. We are 21 days, actually 3 weeks away from Wilder versus Fury 2, and then you got this shit. So before we move on, I want y'all to soak this shit in right here. I'm going to do some reading rainbow for you and read it. So this is what Gerald Big Baby Miller, right? By the way, no bullshit. No bullshit. I've seen Big Baby Miller 3 times in the last 2 months. No, 3 times in the last 4 months. And every time I see him, he keep giving me dirty looks. I think he want to fight. Like, nah, I swear to you. Like, I think he saw my video and he pissed. But anyway, moving on. He posted this shit right here. I ain't even see this. What is this first? What is this? What's this shit?
So like I was saying before, Big Baby's back. And yes, I'm in Brooklyn at my favorite car wash in the hood. And I said, yeah, I think February 22nd would be a good card to come back on. You know, bigger the better. Big Baby's back. But instead of putting on me, oh, I don't know as of yet, I said I want all the smoke. But they didn't want to give you a smoke. They want to give you a fart fight. So if you want to watch a fart fight on pay-per-view, I guess Deontay Wilder and Fury might be your card. But if you want that smoke, I mean like smoke, come holler at your boy. Because I'm back. And I'm going to smoke somebody's ass. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm amped. But I ain't going to watch no fart fight. You can waste your money watching fart fights. I ain't watching no fart fights. Tell ESPN, Big Baby's back. The most entertaining heavyweight in the game, regardless.
He posted this before he did that video. Now, this right here, this is, you can say this is in bad taste, right? So, this ain't cool. I heard the Tyson Fury versus Deontay. I heard the Tyson Fury versus Beyonce Wilder undercard is going to be a little dry. I think it needs a little juicing up. Laughing my fucking ass off. Yeah, I think I need make my comeback on that bitch. What you say? Leave comment below. I want all the smoke. No fucks given. Some juice, huh? You want to juice it up? You funny motherfucker. You think that shit funny? You like that shit? I don't know. I don't like that. Because then it's like, are you, like, okay, well, let's go back down memory lane. Damn, we got to listen to this Wilder shit. All right, well, listen. Let's go back down memory lane. Here. This is a good place to start. Remember this?
This your boy Big Baby Miller here. A lot can be said right now. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I messed up. I made a bad call. A lot of ways to handle a situation. I handle it wrongly, and I'm paying the price for it. I missed out on a big opportunity, and I'm hurting on this side. You know, my heart is bleeding right now. I hurt my family, my friends, my team, my supporters, but I'm gonna own up to it. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna correct it, and I'm gonna come back better. And I'm humbled by the experience to understand, how to handle certain things, man. And I'm gonna leave it as that. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys out there. And fighters, we go through a lot, and I don't want to make it a bad name for ourselves. And it's time to do right and get right. So I thank you guys. This your boy Big Baby Miller here.
So remember how angry you were when pretty much he acknowledged that he was cheating, and I'm torn because I believe in giving people second chances, and I feel that with the way things are going with him, he's going to be under constant watch and will never be able to juice again. But it's like, bro, I mean, I understand, my bad. He's trying to play the villain and all that shit, but it's like, bro, you need to act like that shit never existed. Especially, he can't be posting shit like this. Let me pull it back up. You can't be posting shit like this, right? And then expect for when a media time come, or, a media day, fans not to ask you, so yeah, what did that post mean? Or do you want to talk about, what happened with the drug testing and all that shit? You know what I personally think? I personally think that when he got caught in between cycles, and he thought like he got caught. But it happens to a lot of boxers. Not happens, but meaning you'd be surprised how many boxers that I've heard about, bro. Like some of your favorite boxers are out here like getting that shit in. Crazy. And Top Rank is under scrutiny, deep scrutiny, because they signed him. So it's like they're gonna be looking like, shit. But nonetheless, in this heavyweight landscape, you see heavyweights are getting scooped up. There's no, budding heavyweight that's not getting scooped up. It's a big deal. But anyway, let's get back to this. Listen in. This was Wilder. I haven't had a chance to watch this yet, but I want to hear what you guys. Let's talk about it. See what he says. He's gotten a lot more better on the mic, but much more subdued, as they say, or it's called. So let's see what he's talking about.
King of all sports, we're talking about the Super Bowl. But the only thing comparable is like a pre-fight emotional ride that you have to go through as being the champion of the world. We know what's at stake. Take us through that emotional state when you get to the arena and all the way to it's time to throw a punch.
Man, it's an amazing feeling for me. I think all fighters will have their own view and they can assess it in their own type of way. But for me, it's like an amazing feeling. Even when I'm pulling up to the arena, getting out of the vehicle, seeing the fans before going into the dressing room, then getting into the dressing room, going into a thing I like to meditate. And when I meditate, I use visualization as well. It's like me seeing myself going through the course, understanding certain things and the things that I can't visualize and see, then I handle it on the job just like life. And then going into the warm up, knowing that it's almost time. They say, after this fight, champ, you're next. And then feeling that energy like, all right, it's showtime. It's almost my time. These are the people that came here to see me perform and do what I'm blessed to do. My grandma said I was blessed. She said, God had blessed me tremendously, and I believe in that. And when you're walking out in that tunnel.
Why he don't say shit? He just do a bunch of rambling. I haven't seen it yet.
Because I never get nervous. I
do like the exposure, though.
When I'm finna go under the lights and the cameras and give people my greatness.
No jitters. Another dude your size or bigger is about to hit you right here a lot. And you're just like, oh, bring it on.
Nothing. I bring it on, exactly. I say it all the time. All of us are great. We all have greatness in us before greatness is only determined by service. And this is my moment and opportunity to display my service. And when I do so, I let the world know who's the champ. The champ is here, baby.
Oh, man. So, after the first fight.
I never trust a man with a ponytail in the 2020s. You got a ponytail in 2020.
I didn't follow the game plan. I got too excited.
Metro probably
I was trying
don't
to knock him out. Fury has done a lot of talking. I'm going to stand there and I'm going to bang. You know he's not going to do that. He's going to run like he did the first fight. What will be different for you, your mindset, so you don't blow the game plan and you stick to what you're trying to do?
Yes, I definitely blew the game plan. When you're in the ring, it's just different. You can have a game plan, and then when you get in the ring, it's so much excitement going on at that time. And you're in your element as well too. So you want to perform and you want to give the crowd what they came and got dressed for. You want to give the consumers what they paid their money to see, and that's knockouts. And during that time, I felt like I had a specific date for myself because boxing is not our top sport, and so. And when you have so much competition out here and you had to fight you had to have your own date. When you have your own date, it just made it that much more exciting. I said the heavyweight division is here. I must put fuel to the fire and do what I had to do. So I got over excited. I started throwing wild punches and different things. My game plan was to go to the body and stuff. I started out that way, but then ended in another way. But this time around, it's a much different me. I broke my own.
So is he saying that he's going to, try to go to Fury's body? First Wilder Fury fight grossed approximately $30 million.
arm in camp as well too. A lot of people don't know it. I don't make excuses. I broke my arm in camp. I only had 4 weeks and 4 days for it to heal. And guess what? 4 weeks and 4 days I was gonna be in the ring. So it either I recover fast or I fight with the necessary, what's going on right now. And knowing me, I always fight broke.
So basically, from this interview, he's not talking about nothing. That's what I'm getting from it, from this TV segment.
Arm, broke hand, torn bicep, third-degree burns. It doesn't matter to me. So with that being said, this
savage mentality.
Come on with it.
Yeah,
I'm a king. I'm a warrior.
Yeah.
You know what though? It's not just a savage mentality I hear. Some of it sounds.
And who is this fat man? Should I know him?
Some of it sounds you'd feel like you're on a spiritual journey. That's what I heard from you. It's like you're tapping into some energy that Muhammad Ali tapped into that took him to a higher level.
Most definitely. Well said. I'm definitely on my journey. I'm walking, like I said, I'm walking in my manifestation. This is my time, And when you're walking in your manifestation, it's even better when you're understanding what you're walking through. I can grab all that, all my blessings. I'm grabbing it along the way. I'm understanding the small blessings accumulating to big blessings. Instead of saying, I don't want that, that's too small. I'm grabbing it. It's just like a snowball effect. Over time, it accumulates into something big and it bursts. And this is what I'm on, and I understand it. Like I said, my grandma said I was anointed. She said, God is trying to use you, son. You can't do certain things because he's trying to use you. I didn't understand as a child, but start getting the tour.
Damn women beaters. We're gonna beat that woman beater down.
Damn women beaters. Anyway, Count Drago has just donated $2 through Super Chat. Must have learned it from his dad. Boxing love, boxing love, boxing love.
Thanks, El Drago.
Getting into grown man situations and understanding certain things as a man, I started reminiscing. I'm like, that's what she was talking about.
That right hand you have, the confidence you have in it, the nitrous that comes out when you unleash it. Is it about your power? Is it about your technique? Is it about the location?
Who is this woman falling asleep right here? She need to wake her ass up. She got that front row TV seat. Somebody wake this woman up. The disrespect. And she all smudged up in there.
About
that right hand you have, the confidence you have in it, the nitrous that comes out when you unleash it. Is it about your power? Is it about your technique?
She's
Is
had
it
a
about
long
the
night.
location? Because it's devastating. And you know it. To the tune, you will set someone up for rounds to finally unleash.
It's one of those.
You see how they woke her up?
Situations where, yeah.
Oh man, calm down. Yeah, you see that? You over there, look at your lips, I'm gone. You got a couple more weeks, champ. Visualize it, huh?
Yeah, man, it's one of those situations where, I'm blessed with tremendous power, the things that I'm doing, and that what differentiate me and really separate me from the rest of the guys because of my power and how I'm able to display it and use it. Not only I can use it in the first round, but it carries on through the 12th round. I always tell my opponents that you have to be perfect for 12 rounds.
We got a couple more minutes, man.
You have to be perfect for.
Yo, listen. I'm having a hard time watching this shit too. But we done started it. We got to make it through. No, we're gonna go check out some ESPN shit. We're gonna talk about the build up to the fight, and we got to make sure we get to the other things down below in the description box. But we got 2 more minutes of this, man. We just got to power through. Pay homage to the champ. He's the WBC champion of the world. Come on. Everything is not going to always be, him ABACABB, or, threatening to, kill people in the ring, or him just, so this is just some promo. All right.
For 2 seconds, and that's literally because I can hit you anywhere on your body, even your forehead, and knock you out, as we've seen in my last fight. And to have this responsibility is such great, power that I have. It's an amazing.
Why would you ask me some bullshit like that,
when
Mike?
I'm getting prepared for guys, I'm not really concerned about the most when it comes to my opponent. They have to worry more about me than I have to worry about them.
But it comes with a price.
Yes, it does.
Because people always dismiss your acumen, your mindset, your skill set, and how you apply yourself mentally to your fights. Can you talk about how that feels?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people.
Why they got that lady in the green all bunched
I think
up?
I mesmerize people with just the right hand over and over and over. So when I'm out and when I have an outing or event, I have to
She
go
probably
to
got all this
people,
Wilder
first
shit
thing
in her house. She
waiting
LDBC.
on is when I hit a guy, and after I hit him, they want to see what's the reaction, what's going to happen if I'm going to knock him out. And they look past the skills and certain things because they say I have no skill. They say
All
he's
this
just a
Wilder
one-trick
and
pony.
Spence shit.
And I do that one trick well.
Keep tricking. Keep on tricking.
It ain't tricking if you got it. Listen, Deontay, I have the same issue. A lot of people don't take my mind seriously because I look so good. So I can recognize what you're talking about. But I want to ask you this seriously.
That's the style. I think it looks
I don't want to
nice.
put thoughts in your head or words in your mouth. I find Tyson Fury annoying. His style, the whole nine.
I'm with you, too.
I'm just trying to. I don't want to put words. How do you feel about Tyson Fury? And you don't have to go fake, I hate him, blah, 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 because you would never do that. But how do you feel about Tyson Fury?
As a person with Tyson Fury, you know, I like him. You know, as a person, for me, being in the heavyweight division, he's a breath of fresh air. Because a lot of guys, they don't want to talk about what they're gonna do or whatever because I don't think they're really sure what they're gonna do when they get in the ring. And most of the time, guys say certain things just to promote the fight.
I got friends Sean
Wade. Maybe to boost their ego up, or maybe to boost their confidence up. Especially when you get in a guy as explosive and powerful as you really have to build some type of confidence to get in there with me to understand like. I can go at any time, so I want to say certain things. But with him, you know, he's such a character, and he like to have fun. You know, he say certain things, and he can be annoying at times. But you know, for me, looking in, this is my occupation, and he's in it too. We love what we do. You know, I really like the guy. But when it comes to business, you know, you can't have no feelings towards anyone.
The biggest fight in recent history.
Wilder Fury 2, February 22nd. Buy it on pay-per-view or the fuck.
How many of you scumbags buying the fight? You better not. Matter of fact, don't tell me. Because if you tell me you're not buying a fight, you're just going to piss me off. You know? I am not pleased with the undercard, though. I got to be honest with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. You all know I have no choice but to watch the fight. That's my job. I do it for you, the people. I do it for you. I don't do it for me. I do it for you. You know? You have the Prince, Charles Martin versus JL Washington. I do like that fight I like that fight a little bit, okay? Then you got Emilio Navarrete versus Gio Santisima. It could be some war type shit, but on paper, bruh. You know, and you got Sebastian Fundora versus, I forgot the guy he's fighting. I put the information down below in the description box. And then you got Big Baby Miller talking about he might, you know, end up on the card or whatever. Trello Eubanks set to be confirmed for April. Yeah, I pretty much sense that. But the pay-per-view is going to be $79.99. And we all going to be watching the shit. And we knew it had to be pay-per-view. And I just wish they gave us a better undercard. But I know that the undercard, you know, I figured the undercard was going to be lackluster because Wilder and Fury are guaranteed so much money. What I want to see is, though, I want to see some more content from ESPN. What we're going to do is we're going to go check out ESPN Plus. I'm going to leave that open, actually. I'm going to check out ESPN Plus, and I'm looking forward to the sit-down content. I know there's some clips rolling around with Fury and Kate Abdo sitting down with Wilder and Fury. Wait a minute. It's Kate Abdo sitting down with Wilder and Fury, but there's no release date on when the content's going to be coming out. Now, today at 4:30 Eastern is going to be episode 2 of Inside Wilder versus Fury, which is basically PBC Fight Camp, but they couldn't call it PBC because Fury is not PBC. Dig me? So let's see. Is that my fucking alarm? Ain't my alarm. Ain't my alarm, is it? Hold on. No, it's not mine. All right, so let's see. Let's go Fury. Let's see what we got here over on ESPN Plus. Oh, by the way, if you don't have ESPN Plus, you're definitely like, you ain't shit. Like ESPN Plus is $5, and if you got Hulu and Disney Plus, then you know there's no reason why you shouldn't have the Plus. I'm sorry, no reason. Like you scum. So here is the ESPN Plus content. This is what you'll get if you have ESPN Plus. And frankly, like, okay, ooh, let's check out this shit. What's this shit? I can't show it to you, but since this is only promo content, they should let me slide through with this without copyright. Let's see. So this is we can listen in. I'm gonna play it safe and not show you. Ramon M, you're a son of a bitch. How you gonna say ESPN Plus app is trash? How do you watch your fights? Huh? You're a degenerate. You call yourself a boxing fan? You ain't no real boxing fan. You a fake boxing fan. You fake Mexican. I'm real Mexican. That shit is in my blood.
My first trainer was my uncle Huey. He never trained anybody.
Oh, this is not new.
But his son. Then he took me to 20 straight wins. My second trainer was my other uncle, who never trained anybody before me. Took me to beat Vladimir Klitschko. And my third trainer was a young kid who'd never trained anybody, was a personal trainer. He brought me back and we beat Deontay Wilder. So Sugar Hill's going to be my first coach who's actually had any experience in the game, who's done something.
He's like, hey, I want you to be my new head trainer.
Answer you, Puto.
Work with Ben and we'll all be together. And I was like, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine.
You know, people grow apart and things change.
I talked to Tyson and then he
I think you're a fucking liar, Ramon. You don't got that shit.
Ben to leave. Ben left on his own accord. It didn't work out for Ben.
All right, yo, shut up. Yo. You got 2 minutes in this, all right? He's explaining why, he trains trainers. So this is only a minute and 41 seconds long. Y'all need to shut up. We don't got all day. Y'all need to grow up, man. I swear. Like, shut up and listen. Grow up.
Ben we'll all be together. And I was like, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine.
You know, people grow apart and things change. He was a personal trainer. He brought me back and we beat Deontay Wilder. So Sugar Hill's going to be my first coach who's actually had any experience in the game, who's done something.
He's like, hey, I want you to be my new head trainer. You'll come in and you'll work with Ben and we'll all be together. And I was like, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine.
You know, people grow apart and things change.
I talked to Tyson and then he explained to me that Ben won't be there.
I didn't force Ben to leave. Ben left on his own accord. It didn't work out for Ben because Ben didn't see it as a good move for his career, which I can appreciate that, so no problem.
He said, you'll be the main coach, taking care of everything, you'll control everything.
I believe he's going to bring the best out of me. Steel, sharpen steel.
I bring to the table my experience in training fighters and being around big-time fights my whole life. In my bloodline, my uncle, Emmanuel, he boxed, his brother boxed. His brother-in-law boxed. It's just boxing in the family. I fell right into that myself.
Come on, let's get it. Everything that he teaches, that Kronk style, that will work well for me.
He wants to go back to some of the basic things, those good 1-2s, good movement, good balance. For me, being brought on right now is just a perfect storm. The time is now, and here we are.
I didn't know that before. Did y'all know that Ben left on his own? Was it because of the comments that Big John Fury, Tyson Fury's father, made about like, yo, you got to leave him? Like, he was really, really upset. Go look into it. All you got to do is Google Tyson Fury father or Tyson Fury, John Fury, and Ben Davison. He wasn't really feeling all that jokey shit. Tyson didn't want to pay him. Nah, I'm not going to believe that, bro. Because they still friends. They still cool. It wasn't like a situation with Danny Jacobs or, By the way, just to touch on that, I don't like that trend of fighters getting big paydays then fucking cutting their team and shit. I'm not feeling that. But anyway, I don't know. I think, Ben Davison, he said he is a personal trainer, a new boxing trainer. He does seem to have, the ability to be able to create world champions and train world champions. After all, he now has, I'm not sure if it's fully official yet, but he does have Josh Taylor and Billy Joe Saunders, right? So, but that was interesting though, especially watching it back again. So pay attention. It's 1 minute 41 seconds long. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm likely going to edit this out into a separate video. So I'm going to play this again. This gave us more information in a little bit of time. It gave us more information in a little bit of time than I actually thought was possible. Or I didn't expect. ESPN app's giving me shit. It do be on some bullshit sometimes.
My first trainer was my uncle Huey. He never trained anybody but his son. Then he took me to 20 straight wins. My second trainer was my other uncle, who never trained anybody before me. Took me to beat Vladimir Klitschko. And my third trainer was a young kid who'd never trained anybody, was a personal trainer. He brought me back and we beat Deontay Wilder. So Sugar Hill's going to be my first coach who's actually had any experience in the game, who's done something.
He's like, hey, I want you to join New Hair.
Looking at it now, I think that's a very, very good idea to actually get a legitimate, established trainer with a lineage.
Trainer. You'll come in and you'll work with Ben and we'll all be together. And I was like, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine.
People grow apart and things change.
I talked to Tyson and then he explained to me that Ben won't be there.
I didn't force Ben to leave. Ben left on his own accord. It didn't work out for Ben because Ben didn't see it as a good move for his career, which I can appreciate that, so no problem.
He said, you'll be the main coach, taking care of everything.
Do you think maybe it was Ben moving to the States or having to relocate to the States? It could be that.
Control everything.
I believe he's going to bring the best out of me. Steel, sharpen steel.
I bring to the table my experience in training fighters and being around big-time fights my whole life. In my bloodline, my uncle, Emmanuel, he boxed. His brother boxed. His brother-in-law boxed. It's just boxing in the family. I fell right into that myself.
Come on, let's get it.
Everything that he teaches, that Kronk style, that will work well for me.
He wants to go back to some of the basic things, those good 1-2s, good movement, good balance. For me, being brought on right now is just a perfect storm. The time is now, and here we are.
I don't know, many questions. I'm really, I did say before, just about a week or two ago, that I didn't feel overwhelmed with Wilder versus Fury. But it's starting to get there because I'm like, I can't wait for him to get in the ring now. But that's because me, as a media guy and a fan, I cover the sport. So I got to be up on all that shit. You see what I'm saying? But in the case of fans, do y'all feel like this is a fight that's on its way to, do super well? I think it's trending upwards. I'm starting to think that it could possibly do. Right now, the biggest pay-per-view we've had so far since Canelo versus Golovkin has been Pacquiao versus Thurman, correct? Can it do, what did Pacquiao versus Thurman do? I forgot. Or what the unofficial numbers were. Let's see what other clips they got here. Old stuff. That's it? That's all you got? That's all y'all giving us. That's all y'all gonna give us. 600K is really good though, even though they predict 200,000 to us fans. Like, we be thinking like 600K, like, oh shit, But you gotta think, the promoters and the managers and all those people, they a bit delusional. We've learned that. Like, they be on some bullshit. But to them, $600,000 may not be a success, But from me, I'd be like, oh shit, it did that. What? With all the streaming going on? Do I think it does better than Pacquiao versus Thurman? I don't know. What was those numbers again? Let me look them up. Hold up. Oh, I could just go over here. Let's see. Thurman. Forgot. 450K, something like that, right? Pacquiao, 40 years old. 400 to 500,000 pay-per-view buys, give or take. Give or take. Now, remember, Pacquiao is a household name. You got to factor that in. Pacquiao is a household name with a large, huge Asian following. And even though a lot of pay-per-views fell off over the years, that's because people are streaming shit. You know? I don't know if it can do that. Can it do better than Spence versus Porter? Yes. Spence versus Porter, even though those numbers were, questionable to a lot of people, that did, well in a lot of people's eyes. Especially for two African-American black fighters to headline a pay-per-view. That rarely happens. I don't know. We're going to have to see. I mean, but see, here's the thing. How do you transition or turn this shit where Wilder's showing up, to, stuff and all this? How do you turn this stuff into pay-per-view buys? Yeah, they on the shows and all that stuff, but then they be like, oh, are these people in the crowd? Are they going to be home on February the 22nd? Like, yeah, I'm buying this fight. This is the reason why I'm going to buy this fight. I don't hear people talking about Deontay Wilder. I'm sorry. Sears buys. What the hell are you talking about? Overseas buys, you mean? Overseas, this fight should do significantly well. Just outside of the American territories, this fight should do well. Especially the UK area because of hardcore boxing fans. I've always said that, in my opinion, UK fans are much more passionate, than boxing. And Wilder, believe it or not, Wilder is more known in the boxing community. It's what it seems, not boxing community, but Wilder seems to be more popular in the UK because of boxing, than he is over here in the States. Like, Wilder can go over to the UK and walk around and like, people know who he is. They really, really know who he is. It's different. It's a different culture over there. That's why you see a lot of media people fucking basing themselves over there, like Reddy Raheem, Michelle, Joey Phelps. Like, over there, like, boxing is much, much more respected than it is over here in the States. Yeah, and until they go on First Take, that's coming up soon though. I remember Joshua was on First Take. That shit, he was real, because they wasn't sucking him off. They was asking him real shit. He was irritated, during his build up before Big Baby Miller had failed the drug test. That's just a crazy situation right there. Also, another fight we got to talk about is I don't really know. Here, let me pull it up. I don't really know how I feel, about Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis on pay-per-view. Now, what's being said, Steve Kim had talked to Leonard Ellerby. And they're talking about pay-per-view, like for real, in May. So if a pay-per-view is happening in May, then what date is it going to be? Are they going to do Leo Santa Cruz versus Tank Davis on Cinco de Mayo, since Canelo may be fighting Ryota Murata in Japan on May the 13th? Weird. Kell Brooks' fight against Mark DeLuca is next week on the DAZN midday card here in the States, regular time Sky Sports over there in the UK. Leo versus Tank is pay-per-view. I mean, I'm going to watch the fight. I'm going to enjoy it. But pay-per-view, see, here's the thing. I know the logistics and the reasons why they have to put it on pay-per-view, but fans ain't going to be trying to hear that shit.
I'm a new fighter, I'm not trying to rush it and get him out there and wind up getting caught. That was my main focus going in, not trying to rush it and just touch him up and show the people I got skills.
Tank, congratulations.
Thank you.
You showed a lot of patience tonight. Was patience part of the game plan? Because it seemed like since Gamboa is like a seasoned veteran, was patience part of that?
And in my heart, I knew that he was a good fighter. So I was like, if me looking back on the fight, I believe if I would have touched him to the body more, that I would have got him out of there earlier. But lesson learned. I put on a great performance for the fans. I'm grateful.
We'll take a couple more questions. Hey, Tank, great fight, man, right here in front of you. So after round one, I noticed that you stopped jabbing. Did you see anything that made you?
Thank you all for coming out. Keep supporting me. I fight for y'all. Moving his head. That's how I knew that I was in.
My bad. I was trying to find the part he was talking
in
about.
The ring with no regular guy. I was in
Leo and Loma.
in there with somebody that's top experience.
When you were after you got up on him a couple times, and he started trying to, looks like he was trying to just aggravate you a little bit, grabbing you, and a few little antics.
It's Vincent Fegan boots. We're going to talk about that fight next week. And this is mandatory. I don't give people shit for fighting mandatory.
I was hurting him, but you could. It probably looked like I was tired, but I wasn't tired. I was just, I don't know, like his game plan was to try to take me into deep waters and things like that. So, that's why I heard that his game plan was trying to take me into deep water. So I wasn't tired, but it was shots that I was catching him with, and he wasn't going nowhere. So as a fighter, if you can't really knock a guy out, you start, working your way, start picking your shot. So that's what I was doing. It was never a point in the fight that I was, super tired. I was just regrouping.
As you started running out of time in the 11th and 12th rounds, how much urgency did you feel to get the knockout?
I wasn't pressed for the knockout. I was just trying to, once I seen that he was, I'm not getting out of there. We know that, us fighters, we know that, start slowing it down and start picking your shots, and, as you see, he'll break down.
Yeah, we need mics right here.
You said 2020 is a big year for you. Is there any particular fighter that you look forward to trying to fight in 2020?
I believe that I'm the top dog at 35-30. So it's I'm a fighter, and I believe that I have the best team in the sport of boxing. So they do their job outside the ring. I'm a fighter, like I said before. Ain't no safety on this Glock, so I'm ready for him.
I think Leo can beat him, but for punch output. Now, Tank is huge, and we don't know if Leo can be able to handle that power. But we never really seen Leo hurt. But one thing we know is Leo can outwork him. And he threw less than 400 punches against a guy that had 1 foot, 1 shoe. And also to touch on Tevin Farmer, I was looking at some of the footage. By the way, some Cowboys over at the DAZN took my videos down, but we're getting them back up. I think that his lazy eye got knocked back, like lazy. I don't know how to describe it. So go back and watch the post-fight interview, and you'll notice it's like lazy again. So I think that maybe that headbutt or something, and what he was doing, when he was blinking or doing up, he was trying to knock that shit back in place. So go check it out. Crazy shit. After I watched it again, I was like, oh shit, his shit really went back in. No, he got it fixed. So it looked like he was having like it was a glass eye or something. He was trying to get loose. I don't know. It was a little weird. So it was looking like he was, it was looking like, after watching it again, it was looking like he was having it was almost like he was trying to get his eye back in shape. Weird shit because it was weird. Yeah, he went to the hospital he did go to the hospital, but everything came back clear. So maybe he didn't want to say it because it was embarrassing. I don't know, but it was weird. So moving on from that. But anyway, I don't want to, Tank Davis been roasting him on Twitter. Yeah, he had surgery to fix his eye. And looking at the post-fight interview, I was looking, and it was back like the way it was before. Like, I was like, oh shit, that can happen. Like, you know, from I guess from the headbutt, maybe some shit got discombobulated. I don't know. Scary. You know. But in regards to him versus Leo Santa Cruz, you know, Leo Santa Cruz hasn't done nothing for us. But remember, all the top Heyman guys are getting their pay-per-view cash outs. All the top Heyman guys have been getting their pay-per-view cash outs, and Leo's got to get his. Danny Garcia's going to get his, you know, and then looks like Al Heyman's going to sail off into the sunset or some shit. But to be honest, how much does Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz do on pay-per-view? Leo Santa Cruz is Mexican, yeah, but the Mexicans don't really be feeling him like that. Like, they feel him, but not like they be feeling Mikey Garcia, because Leo don't be fighting nobody. And they know. I'm telling you, they know. Like, the Mexican people are not like you think they are. They just don't be riding like you think they do just because they fighters be Mexican. Like, they tired of his shit. Like, for real. They all think he a nice guy. But they tired of it. They sick of it. Just like we are. Look at this shit, man. This Ahkmadaliev rematch came way too late. Come on, man. He ain't been doing nothing. But the thing is, I'm just trying to see how they sell this fight, though, on pay-per-view. You know, Tank, put it this way. There's a good chance that we can see.
How dare you?
Oh, shit. My bad, bro. And why didn't she read it? What happened? What you do, man? Why you messing my shit up? What the hell just happened? Scared me, bro. Do that again. Yeah, I think he was trying to bring his eye back to center. But, you know, how many people would buy this pay-per-view? Andres, oh, you ain't say nothing, bro. Oh, well, thanks for the super chat, man. But I just don't think, like, how... Don't get me wrong. No, it's going to be an exciting fight because think about it. Leo Santa Cruz throws 800 to 1,000 punches a fight. So we know Leo Santa Cruz is going to be coming forward, and Leo Santa Cruz has shown us that he can box before in the past, that he's a much better boxer than we against the Ahkmadaliev rematch. But I don't know. But both of those guys, they can't fight each other on PBC, on Fox, or Showtime because they make too much money. You know, regular Showtime won't foot the bill for that.
Okay, Tank, again, can you walk us through your preparation for tonight's match?
A lot of patience tonight. Was patience part of the game?
With a clean shot, because I knew that he had look for something else. I'm setting our reins, I'm putting butts.
Fight, you now have the one of the WBA
Listen to this shit.
titles, but Lomachenko is the super champion. That's a fight, obviously, that I know you want and people have wanted to see you take. Do you feel this moves you closer to that fight because you both have the WBA lightweight titles now?
I mean, you know, saying moving closer to that fight is like he above me. You know, I don't feel like nobody above me. I'm the cash cow, I believe so. At 135, 130, I'm setting our reins. I'm putting butts in the seat, so I don't think he's doing that, you know, so line him up. I'm a fighter. I'm willing to fight anybody.
Killing shit.
I'm ready.
Do you think he would fight you?
Of course. I think you know, right now it's like people will fight me off of not being, I'm not trying to be cocky, but you know, off of, you know, them making, it's a big risk, but also it's a big payday. So a lot of people want to get paid, you know, like.
But he has to also get paid to fight these people as well, right? You know, remember, Floyd Mayweather couldn't make that $300 million unless he fought Pacquiao. You know, so it works both ways, bro. You know, and Tank is in a situation right now where he can't fight no more. Like, you know, people not trying to hear that shit. You know, people not trying to hear that shit. Here's the 135-pound division, and it is fucked up. Devin Haney's talking about possibly moving to 140 pounds because, you know, whenever he comes back, he's going to have to fight the winner of Javier Fortuna versus Luke Campbell, which is going to happen. Lomachenko, don't count this belt because it's not even a belt. It's a status. So technically, Lomachenko only has 2 belts. To be undisputed, Lomachenko will have to go back and then beat the winner of Haney, Fortuna, Luke Campbell. This franchise shit don't mean nothing. Tank Davis has that WBA world belt that he shouldn't really. Don't get me started. That's going to take us down a whole another path. And we're waiting for the official date for Loma versus Lopez, which could be in April. Because right now it's looking like it's going to be in April because a May pay-per-view date is already set. And they damn well know they're not going to get fans to pay for 2 pay-per-views in a month. So we're looking at a log jam of pay-per-views from April with Loma and Teofimo. May with Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. June, Errol Spence's return or Pacquiao's return. Like, what the fuck? And then July, a pay-per-view. August, we may not get one, but then we got pay-per-views, yo, bro, coming out there. Fox has already confirmed that, you know, they're in the 4 or 5 a year. It's crazy. Oh, don't get me started on that gold champion shit. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I got to update these rankings anyway over the next week. These are from January. Tank fighting Lee Selby. He should. Shit, that's better than fucking 1 foot, 1 shoe Gamboa. And remember, you got Ryan Garcia up at 135 pounds. Then Robert Easter is supposed to be campaigning up at 140, right? Look at this log jam at 140. Hell, I'll take a Tank Davis versus Yvonne Mendy. At least it's not going to be on pay-per-view, but nah, they already saying. And then what weight is it going to be at? Would you trust? Leo just got the 130. And he holding that belt at 126 captive. Would you trust to be able to bet that fucking Leo Santa Cruz will be able to make 130? Tank Davis be able to make 130 pounds? I wouldn't put money on that. What do you think it's going to be at a catch weight of maybe 132 or some shit? Oh no, man.
You know, he's at the end of his career, I believe so. You know, so not at the end of his career. He up in age. You know, so he trying to make the biggest fights he can make at a short period of time. So everybody got that different path. I'm 25 years old. My stretch a little longer than his. So we're taking our time.
Okay, thank you. Make a final statement.
Thank you all for coming out. Keep supporting me. I fight for y'all. 2020 will be a big year. Thank y'all again.
Just let it. They want to shot what you hold. I said what I said.
You hear them fucking clowns he got winning? Anyway, what do y'all think about this guy? Y'all think he can beat Canelo? I don't. But I think that he's underrated in the sense of if Canelo were to fight him, Canelo will be dropping down 15 pounds. But then again, you know, there's talk that, you know, rumors that this fight wouldn't even take place at 160. But at a catch weight, then what the fuck is the point? Above 160. Like, what's the point? Ryota Murata, the WBA world champion, and, you know, technically kind of the mandatory, or should be the mandatory. For Saul Canelo Alvarez, Canelo technically only holds 1 belt at 160. And that's the WBA world belt, and they dare not strip him. Golovkin is going to be fighting Camille Zameda on the undercard in March, I believe they're saying, in Chicago. Andrade just beat up Luke Keeler. And Jamal Charlo could be fighting Chris Eubank Jr. next. Derevianchenko, we have no word on what he's doing next. But if it's not Murata, it's being rumored that it's going to be in Japan, May the 13th, you know, on the zone. So it'll probably be a daytime card over there or something, but a regular time card here in the States. That's how they usually do those cards in that region. Like, for example, Jose Ramirez and Victor Postol were supposed to fight today at 10 p.m. on ESPN, but it was over in China, which has that 12-hour time difference. So it would be the same thing with over here. It would still be a Saturday night if they were to fight. And Canelo would be dropping down from 175 pounds, his last fight in December. Remember, he dropped his WB. He beat Kovalev and then dropped his WBO 175-pound title. Now he holds the WBA world title, which really, I don't even really count that belt, you know, at 168 pounds. So his options right now are Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, and Ryota Murata. There has been no type of confirmation of talks or whatever on the Billy Joe Saunders or Callum Smith side. But if you noticed from what I've seen so far, Eddie Hearn, and they've been pretty quiet. So there's something going on. Yeah, it's dangerous. That's the selling point of the fight. Is that, oh shit, he's gonna be dropping down 15 pounds, back down to 160, and then going over to Japan. There's gonna be a lot of money over there in Japan too, outside of the DAZN money. That's probably a big contributing factor as well. He's trying to get from some of that Japanese money, you know. But also, you have to also factor in that these people are not stupid, these matchmakers and these people. So they're looking at the news and everything like, do we really want to take a risk and scheduling the Canelo fight, even though the Wuhan coronavirus is in China? You know, what if some shit goes on down later on in the line? So that's also if you're a manager or promoter, you have to have that in the back of your head too. Like, well, look, we just had that fight get canceled, and this shit is a developing story, and we don't really want to, you know, kind of risky. So we don't know. That would be a concern of mine. It's like, listen, I'm not saying we may get the coronavirus, and it's over in China, but we don't know what may happen in May. Do we really want to risk that? And then telling people, hey, we announced this fight over in Japan, and you know how some people can be ignorant thinking Japan and China in the same place. People are like, oh, we're not buying no tickets to go over there. You know, so I don't know. So that makes me think that, you know, Billy Joe Saunders or Callum Smith may have a better chance. Can you imagine Canelo versus Callum Smith over in the UK or Billy Joe Saunders? But you can bring either or over here to the States. It's not about me not thinking they have a vaccine. Think about what I'm saying, man. Fucking open your fucking mind. You're missing what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying. From a business standpoint, you know, they will be telling people like to get your tickets, you know, and you're missing what I'm saying. But anyway, some shit just be over people's head. But I wouldn't shit on the fight. You know, if he was to fight Murata. Even though I would question, well, damn. What the fuck? Well, then why didn't you fight? Why don't you fight Andrade, or, you know, just fight Andrade and just, you know, you can get the belt. Like, shit. You know? Clenbuterol correction protects from the coronavirus. No, it don't. That ain't been confirmed. Fuck out of here. That ain't been confirmed. You know? And there was even some talks of John Ryder. You know, a lot of people felt that John Ryder beat Callum Smith. Crazy. Remember, John Ryder had that upset of David Lemieux. David Lemieux still somewhere trying to boil down 160. You know? But this is what we're going to do, guys. I got to cover some fights tonight. So next week, I'm back on my shit, back out in the field. We're going to be getting out a whole bunch of videos. And so far, January, mission accomplished. So I had a very consistent January. Now, February belongs to Wilder Fury 2. And the end of the month is Mikey Garcia versus Jesse Vargas. And tonight, I'm going to be here covering the Austin No Doubt Trout fight on the Impact Network. And Mike Dallas Jr. Well, Yordenis Ugas versus Mike Dallas Jr. on PBC on FS1. Also, I'm thinking about doing some fight night and some UFC streams, man. Again, I've been really craving that. But we'll see. I'm getting up out of here. I'm going to see you guys later on. I'm T-Street Controversy with FightView360.com. Yeah, Austin Trout fights tonight on the Impact Network. He's fighting at 150, but he's trying to get down to 147. Crazy.